Mm, God bless you, brothers. There's something I'm about to say. I may call it a secret because it is something that is revealed. It is only the Spirit of God that can reveal such a thing. And whoever he reveals it to, it means you are blessed. If you have ever walked with God before, you have ever been born again, giving your life to Christ, and suddenly you decide to go back into the world, and you start crying for God for a restoration. If God is going to hear your prayer, one of the criteria through which He will use to hear your prayer for a restoration is that your love for Him must be greater than the love of materialism, must be greater than the love of the world, must be greater than the love you may have for anything, even if it's woman. If you like, let it be woman, it must be, the love you will have for God must be greater. That is the only way the Holy Ghost will look upon it and consider. That is the only way to go. But outside of it, such a man will journey in darkness. Such a man will be in Egypt. That's why so many people have been. There are so many people, so many Christians. You know, in the journey of somebody giving. When you talk about somebody giving his life to Christ, there are 3 journeys the person undergoes. Every Christian must undergo. Number 1 is you were once in Egypt. You were once in Egypt. Suddenly from Egypt, you entered into the wilderness. Then from the wilderness, you go into the promised land. So most times, Christians comes out of Egypt, enters into the wilderness. From the wilderness, they go into the promised land. Meanwhile, in the promised land, they are expected to journey in the promised land for a land, but suddenly they backslide and goes back into the wilderness. Some goes back from the wilderness into Egypt. But so many, when they go into the wilderness, they remain at the wilderness. At that point, they have refused to go back to Egypt. They remain in wilderness. At that point,